Hello everyone, how are you diddling? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Core Concepts playlist. I thought I'd just show you some of the actual spaces that I've designed on the prototype, which you can visit online. Here is the virtual tour, and this is the piazza. This is outside. Remember, this is just a hypothetical project, right? So don't take this literally. This isn't exactly what we're going to build. It's just to give a loose idea. And the site is over in East London. It doesn't have to be built in London, but that's where I am right now. So logistically, it makes sense. It's over in Waltham Forest, which is a district in North East London, and this is a typical site. And you can see there, look, Galliard Homes, new luxury apartments coming soon. And so this is, of course, the gentrification that's sweeping the world. Really, we're trying to combat that, and unfortunately now it's finished. The project that was going to be built there is now built, and it's an ugly set of flats, which I perhaps can show you in another video. But the site is 2,500 square meters, and that's sort of ideal, really, for what we're trying to achieve, at least for the flagship project. So I'll just give you a whirlwind tour, and if you go onto the site, you'll be able to scope this out for yourself. These are some aquaponic ponds, which we'll get into in a later video. When we go subterranean, we go to the lower ground level, I'll show you exactly what I mean. But here we go, look, here the scene is set. It's autumn, seemingly. There's no leaves on these trees. So it's a cool sunny morning in autumn, and harvest has passed for yet another year. But with our new autonomous co-housing, this rather ominous seasonal change needn't affect the local production of organic food. So this is really what the whole project's about, as you're probably aware by now, which is ultimately autonomy. So freedom from external control. That's what we want, isn't it? Shelter, energy, food and water, those things need to be basic human rights. So going back to this virtual tour, this is essentially the piazza space, and this could be the suburbs of any area of any city. And we're typically trying to locate this in an area that's impoverished. So let's just go inside then into the foyer, and I'll just show you something, a couple of spaces here, and then I don't want these videos to get too long, so I can do this over a playlist ultimately, and other videos. This is the foyer, ultimately where you'd sign in, and so you'd get people coming here from all walks of life, people coming here for different reasons. Mostly people will be coming here for the living quarters, which is above the ground floor, and you'll have studios, which I'll talk to you about in future videos. And you've got people here, guests arriving, people who are going to be training, people who are going to be teaching, looking after children. There's a crash here. There's a bioplastic laboratory. There is, of course, the biome. There are many spaces here to explore, and so this is really just the space where you come and you meet and greet, and you are perhaps shown your room where you're going to be staying. And remember, this whole thing is done by application, so you will perhaps be misemployed, unemployed, or employed, depending on those three categories where you lie, would be dictating as to how long you could actually stay in this project for. So going forwards into the space, it's the same space looking back. And remember, don't be taking this literally. The reason I've been very architectural with this is because, of course, I am an architect, and I don't want you to be undersold. I'd rather it be an iconic piece of design as opposed to some sort of lackluster, boring space. So, the idea is that it's, again, a hypothetical project, and we can just sort of scope it out conceptually. But this is the atrium space, so this is the core of the space with this light pouring down, and you actually have a glass floor which goes down into this plastic laboratory. This space will ultimately be used for dining, but also events. So it's very flexible. It's a public domain, so people will be coming from the outside, and they'll be checking in, and they'll be coming in for perhaps local town hall meetings, so on and so forth. These spaces around are these little bio hubs, humanitarian hubs, where we will be running all sorts of different classes, and ultimately people will be coming here to learn different skills and to get back on their feet. Perhaps they've been misemployed, perhaps they've been stressed, anxious, or struggling to make ends meet. What they can do is come here, and they will perhaps have courses that they can engage in, or perhaps people have problems, and there'll be therapists working with us on various different levels. And this is just one space here where, what's this on the wall? A new habit formation. People who perhaps are finding it hard to get motivated and want to, kick up the arse, so to speak, perhaps this can be workshops that help people out psychologically. So, as I said, I don't want these videos to get too long. So this is just some of the ground floor spaces. So I'll take you through to the community kitchen in the next video. And again, feel free to check this out in far more detail at newearth.land/how, where you can also connect, share, and ultimately support. And that's how we can bring this new earth into fruition, into reality. So if that sounds like a good idea to you, please subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks very much for watching.